Anime over the years has had a lot of missing, forgotten, and obscure pieces of media that just so happen to get lost in the huge amount and colossal collection of anime media that there is out there. So without further ado, 5 pieces of lost anime media. So the first piece of missing anime media that I kind of wanted to talk about is something regarding Pokemon, surprisingly. Because when you talk about Pokemon, right, the only things when it comes to quote-unquote lost media you'll get is those like little deleted episodes or whatever, where like James and Jesse switched gender roles and they had guns, all that BS, right? And I feel like people talked about that enough. But a piece of lost media that I actually wanted to bring up was the Miss and Go Pokemon, like one of the most, if not the most infinite Pokemon glitch in all of existence. And I honestly feel like as time goes on that like this Pokemon glitch is slowly falling out of relevancy, not only because the games are getting older, but because Pokemon fans are getting younger and younger. So why would they care about a Pokemon from Pokemon Red? It was honestly kind of like one of those glitches, or kind of like one of those rumors you hear about in school, especially like regarding a video game, right? Where like your friend would be like, bro, there's this like missing slash glitch Pokemon that like is hella creepy and mysterious and he might even crash your game. And honestly, I really feel like that as time goes on, like that kind of feeling slash like hype you'd get when you find like this huge missing glitch is kind of like falling out of relevancy, and it's not as fun to find them anymore just because of like the internet is growing each and every day, and every generation is becoming more and more infused with like the internet. And I honestly feel like as time goes on, Miss and Go is going to become more and more forgotten and fall even deeper out of relevancy. And I'm honestly making this video because I like glitches like this. I like the feeling I got when I heard about Miss and Go for the first time in grade school and people talking about there was a glitch Pokemon. Like obviously I grew up in the early 2000s, right? So I didn't get all of that hype that you would have gotten if you grew up completely without internet, but I'm honestly glad that like I got at least a little bit pieces of it. And I don't know, I just kind of want to bring Miss and Go back into as much relevancy as I can with my follower count, as I can with how good this video is going to do, bro. Because honestly, Miss and Go is a really cool Pokemon that I feel like doesn't get its respect enough. I would love to like see in the newer Pokemon games that there's at least a reference to it, so maybe these newer generations and younger generations of Pokemon fans can maybe, I don't know, get a little bit hyped about that. But I don't know. Here's a little bit of gameplay of Miss and Go. Let me know how you guys feel about it. On to the next one. Hey, do you guys like remember Astro Boy? Well, no, I don't either, because Astro Boy is one of those old slash like OG anime series that you could really only watch if you were born in like 1980 or something like that, and that's the only way it could possibly be relevant to you, unless you were one of those people that went to go see that Astro Boy 2009 film that was in like 3D slash CG. It was honestly pretty good from what I remember, but honestly from back then at most I could have been like 6 years old when I saw that, so I can't really tell you how good of a film that was. I just remember, ooh, flashing lights and boy with superpowers is cool. But Astro Boy is a series about this kid, right, who's like this whole little like, he's basically like a cyborg, and his dad did it to save his life, right? Does that remind you of anybody? So yes, he was Cyborg before there was Cyborg. It's almost like Teen Titans took Cyborg, or took Astro Boy and just made him black. But as in regards to like Astro Boy, right? He kind of became one of those like really old slash forgotten anime series that nobody really brings up. And also in regards to him, he did have a huge merch line. People in Japan, they loved this dude. They loved him to the point that Astro Boy was so popular that they actually made a life-size anime figure of him. And that's the piece of lost media that I'm gonna be talking about. Because believe it or not, this real life-size vintage Astro Boy that looks like one of the creepiest dolls on planet Earth is actually $25,000. Okay, like, okay, let me explain to you why that's lost media first of all. Because not only is Astro Boy slowly falling out of like relevancy as each and every year passes by, but like, who the hell is gonna buy this just to review it on YouTube so I can get some footage? Like, this is a dissected figure that is honestly one of the coolest things I've ever seen, bro. It's so creepy that I want it. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but anytime I look for any other like dissected Astro Boys where you can see the literal inside of them, they're either out of stock or they're way above my price range that YouTube isn't paying me enough to get right now, okay? Because like, bro, it's a really cool looking figure. But it's honestly the fact that I can't afford it and that nobody else has it that I've seen so far. So there's no point in me even trying to look it up. Astro Boy is low-key a series that I'm kind of interested in, and I kind of wish that it maybe got some like current mainstream appeal, or maybe like a renewal of the series, bro. Because it's been, what, 11 years since the last movie or anything even sort of referencing it. It's about time that we bring Astro Boy back into relevancy, bro. It's a really cool series, and honestly, it's fun, lighthearted, and like I wouldn't mind seeing something of it get renewed today, bro. I love Astro Boy, and honestly, I want it so it gets popular enough that the price of the figures go down and I can actually afford it now. But that's just my own backhanded methods into getting what I want. But you guys should go peep Astro Boy. It's overall a pretty cool series, and I think a lot of you pizza people will like it. It's lighthearted, fun, good for the whole family. We move. Now, do you like JoJo's? Of course you do. Who doesn't like JoJo's? The gay, stand, hormone-using punching bags. Well, did you guys know that like before there was like a new anime coming out with amazing animation, there was actually a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that was like old with like old-timey animation? Well, I bet you did, because you probably are a hardcore JoJo's fan if you actually knew any of that. But what if I were to tell you there was a missing movie? Yeah. Bet you didn't know that. This movie covers like almost like all of Phantom Blood, and it's honestly like a really rare piece of information that very few people have, bro. Because like, who doesn't want to go back and see some vintage JoJo's action before there was any type of good animation to touch this god-beloved series? And low-key, I don't think it'll ever be found, bro. It's been like how many years at this point, and people still haven't been able to find no more than a couple of like clips from minutes at the beginning of the movie. Like, bro, I want to see this whole movie. Okay, listen, I'm trying to get more into old-timey VHS stuff, and if I'm gonna do that, especially regarding anime, then JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 2007 anime Phantom Blood movie will be a part of that. Like, come on, it was founded in 2000, well, it was made in 2007. There's no reason there's nobody on the internet with, like, any piece of this, bro. Like, it's been how many, it's 2021, and it was made in 2007. That's like 14 years, bro. And we still don't have this movie? It's ridiculous, okay, pizza people? Can we please get someone on it? Like, if there's any pizza person that can DM me on Twitter, Discord, or anything, join my Discord, by the way, and, like, send me this, like, information, I will give you credit in the video, and I might even give credit to you in the video. So who doesn't want that, pizza people? So please, like, comment, and subscribe, and help me find the 2007 Phantom Blood movie. As for the final piece of lost anime media that we're covering in today's video, right? Did you guys know there was like a JoJo's before there was a JoJo's? And honestly, as anime and time goes on, people are forgetting about this, but it was called Fist of the North Star. For those of you that may remember from the Omiwa Mushinderu meme, yeah, it's that one. And it's honestly one of those anime that inspired your favorite anime. And I'm talking about even more inspirational than what Dragon Ball was. This wasn't what inspired Toriyama to go and make big buff fighting characters. This anime right here is raw. Out of that, right, spawned a 1986 film that was completely forgotten. A film that nobody can find. And honestly, I'm not surprised. It was made in 1986, so it's probably pretty difficult to find something like that. But still, like, I want to see the Fist of the North Star 1986 film. And just to preface, right, there is an actual film out there, but it's hella censored, and it's nowhere near as cool as the original film is, because the uncensored film, like, I don't want to show images on the screen because I'm finna get copyrighted like a mother, but like, still though, like, the anime film that, like, we could have had is pure blood and action, and I don't get why we couldn't have gotten it on, like, a separate Blu-ray or whatever they had back then. I doubt they had Blu-ray back then, but I still want to see the hella uncensored, bloody, gore. Like, if Akira can exist, then this anime can exist with this whole, like, blood, action, and raw guts that the original film didn't have. Like, for some reason, they decided to, like, put blur and, like, kind of shade over all of the actual raw, like, guts that we could have gotten. Like, in the original, like, Fist of the North Star, there's a whole bunch of blood and raw guts. But, like, we don't get to see all of that in the film. It's hella unfair, pizza people. And that's all I want to see. I want to see the actual VHS copy of Fist of the North Star uncensored. Like, you know, it's ridiculous if the Italian versions of the film have a little bit less, like, it doesn't uncensor everything, but the Italian version of Fist of the North Star has a little bit less gore than the actual Japanese one, the original, the OG people that it came from. Like, what type of sense does that make in 2021, bro? Like, how? Honestly, it's not fair. I'm an 18-year-old and I want to see blood, gut, and gore, and it's not fair. Give it to me now.